How's it going, YouTubers and Twitch streamers? This is Farrington Empire, and I'm back with another video game review for you guys. This time around, we have 0rbitalis, which is currently available on Steam, so let's go take a look. Welcome, everyone, to 0rbitalis. 0rbitalis is a puzzle game that features gravity as your main opposing force. It's got over 50 levels. It is, honestly, it's a charming little game. I'm a pretty big fan of it. Going into this, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I figured it would be just a puzzle game. You shoot some cubes and destroy the little white cubes. But the idea of the game is actually to stay alive and not collide with anything. And you have, as you can see as we progress through some levels here, more and more what I will call celestial bodies start to pop up. So you have more and more items to avoid. As you can see here, we have 3 cubes rotating around the central cube. Well, central hexagon, which I'll call the sun. The central mass that has the red rings around it typically has the largest gravitational pull, but you have to factor in acceleration and their own orbital trajectory, as you can see here, as I attempt to orbit around this small, I guess we could call it a moon. I come very close to colliding with it a couple times until eventually I do hit it. The goal of the game is you have different time amounts that you need, that you have. You have different time allotments given to you in order to clear the stage in. So you must stay alive until that large gray ring around the outside comes back and meets up with itself on the other end. Like so. And then any additional time that you have here gets posted up on a leaderboard through the Steam community, and that way you can see how you stack up against the other players who are playing. It's not just celestial bodies. For instance, in this level, you see that we are in effectively what would be rings around a planet. At least that's what I can gather from it. One beautiful thing that this game does is it allows your mind to wander. It is a very simplistic looking game, but the smoothness at which it generates all of these celestial bodies and just the organic way that it moves itself, and it's really pleasing to watch. It's even reminiscent of something that I would expect to see released by that game company, the same developers who created Journey and Flow and Flower. It really is beautiful. It's mesmerizing. It's very relaxing, but it's a lot of fun to just kind of sit and allow yourself to get lost in. Also, there's no one way to solve each level. Obviously, the goal is to see how long you can remain in orbit, but I find myself continually restarting a level to see how many different ways I can beat it. Now, there's 50 levels available on 0rbitalis, but I only ended up going through about 20 of them. This one actually being one of my favorites. You had all these very low mass bodies orbiting kind of in an eccentric orbit around this large red mass down at the bottom. That was a lot of fun to play with, and I almost lose here actually, but I ended up making it just barely. But I ended up playing this game for a good amount of time, just kind of to unwind. I just started off just wanted to play the game, get an idea for it, for the review, quite honestly, but ended up sitting and playing it for a long time. And you can get trapped in these sort of things here, which is just, it's fun to watch. 2 heavy masses here with a lot of gravity. You get into that stagnating orbit between the 2 of them, the figure 8 there, and it ends up looking like a spirograph or a spirodoodle, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot of fun to watch. And there's a few collisions that look like they're about to happen, but the gravitational pull kind of slingshots your player puck, is what I'll call it. Slingshots your little player puck, so it kind of corrects itself until just the very end there. But yeah, I must say it was a lot of fun to get yourself locked in this. This game was just greenlit on Steam. It's currently available. You can snag it off of Steam for $6.99 right now. And quite honestly, I think it's well worth the money. It's a lot of fun. This would be a wonderful game to play just to unwind at the end of your day after a long day at work, which is exactly what I did. I found it very pleasurable. Even when it's frustrating and you get locked into a level, it's just fun to continue trying to discover the solution. It is really mesmerizing, as a lot of reviews say. As you can see also, there's a little grid of dots that move around these stars, these larger celestial bodies right now, which kind of indicate to you how strong the gravitational pull is. So as you get into some of the higher levels, you can see how strong these are, which I find a little helpful. And then you have these little blue guys which actually repel. So these start to become pretty interesting to try to navigate and keep on the screen, because if you exit, if you reach an escape trajectory and leave the playing area, you will be disqualified. So I think that's a pretty neat little feature. So the game features gravity as your main opponent, as I stated earlier. As the developers say off of their website, which I think is written really well, its minimalistic aesthetic has been designed by subtraction, unraveling the beautifully complex art that lies within Newton's laws. As a game, 0rbitalis is indeed a novel and addictive experience, surely diverse from the majority of modern indie games, and for that I'd have to agree. I can see this being a wonderful game for both an Android platform and an iPhone platform. The Apple OS, Apple OS. Blech, if I can think to myself here. But I think it's a pleasure to play. It's a lot of fun. It's easy to just completely get lost in. But then again, I am a fan of minimalism. The music that is procedurally generated here as well, seemingly procedurally generated. The soundtrack to this game is also a lot of fun. As you can see here, I decided to throw in a clip of me actually playing the game, as earlier I looked like I was doing a fine job of completing each level in one go. That's very much not the truth. So here I'm showing you a straight run of me attempting to complete one of these levels. And as I said, there are 50 levels available right now, with many more to come, I can only assume. And I only ended up hitting about 20 of them, but they get very difficult. They get very difficult very quickly, so I think the first few will be easy enough for you to get a hold and a grasp of the game. However, it does scale quickly, and I think in an appropriate way. It does challenge you. It's not an easy game to play. It does definitely challenge you, which I think is a lot of fun. As well as this level. 'Cause I die. Either way, as I said, the game is available right now on Steam. I highly recommend you check it out. I may actually end up streaming this on my own channel here. Yeah. I'm going to post a link here on screen so you guys can see it. This is a game, I'm going to put up some Twitter handles here, so please feel free to tweet out to these guys. These are the developers. Let them know that you saw this review. Let them know what you thought of my review, and also let them know what you think about the game. If you have any questions, they would be a fantastic resource to tap. And it's I'm a fan of the indie platformer. I'm sorry that I don't have much else to say other than you really ought to spend the money and get it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it shows a lot of promise for the future as well, with future updates, including more map packs and further releases. But this is a game by Alan Zucconi. The audio was done by Doson Tweets. Dose1 Tweets. The audio is done by Dose1 Tweets, and it was published by Mastertronic. Now, these are their Twitter handles. I'm going to put those up on the screen right now so you guys can see those. Please do click on those. I'm going to link those to their Twitter page. Let them know what you thought. Let them know what you think about this, and send them some love if you think that they deserve it, which I definitely think that they do. I like that little spiraling compass on the outside of this as well. This was also a fun level, just to let your little player bounce around on the inside. Excellent. Look at those high scores. Number 43. Oh yeah, that's right. I got up into 43. So for this one, I was trying to get it to stagnate into an orbit in the middle of these, with little success, to be perfectly honest with you. It's actually pretty difficult, especially with these push blocks here. There it goes. Excellent. Just to let you know, if you are searching for this game on Steam, please do keep in mind that 0rbitalis is spelled 0rbitalis. So that's interesting spelling there. But yeah, no, it's a charming game. I don't really want to beat that into the ground. I don't really want to talk over too much of this. It's a charming game. We start getting into an area here where the gravity pulsates, increases, and decreases with the different masses, and it's just beautiful. It starts to scale, it starts to get harder and harder, and it's just begins to get very confusing, but beautiful in a way. This was a frustrating level in my opinion, but it was excellent. It was worth it. And plonk. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. That was my review of 0rbitalis. Please do stick around for some more reviews. There will be more in the future. I also do want to remind you all that you can find me over here at Twitch, right here at twitch.tv/Farrington Empire. And my schedule is as follows. As you can see, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I shift back and forth between streaming over on Farrington Empire and Rise Up Gaming, if I can get that correct. There we go. So every Monday and Friday from 9 p.m. to midnight. Fridays I go a little longer until about 2 a.m. That's over at the Farrington Empire page, which is twitch.tv/Farrington Empire. And then every Wednesday and Sunday, I'm streaming over on Rise Up Gaming, which is twitch.tv/Rise Up Gaming. As you can see, Wednesday I stream from 8 to midnight Central Standard Time, and Sunday I stream from 4 to 7 Central Standard Time. So please do swing by, do catch me there. Thank you for watching this review. As always, I have been Farrington Empire. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, and I shall see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.